The plumbing sector is filled to the brim with professionals of all sorts, but if there's something that all plumbers have in common, it's their appreciation of comedy. And with more than a fair share of jokes aimed at the profession, this makes sense. So let's take a look at some of the most hilarious plumbing memes making the rounds. Number 1, the ongoing battle for trade supremacy. First up on our list is a meme that is, simply put, sure to rile up any plumber or electrician in the immediate vicinity. You see, there has always been a bit of a professional rivalry between the electrical and plumbing sector. While both professionals form part of the general category of tradespeople, each one believes that their profession is by far the better of the two. While many electricians make fun of plumbers for having to get down and dirty with sewage every once in a while, plumbers can't help but ask how it must feel to be shocked every now and again in response. And let's not even get started with the complicated financial arguments that these groups of professionals have with one another, claiming that either plumbing or electrical work is far more lucrative than any other trade profession. Suffice to say, this is a rivalry that will never come to an end, considering how both jobs are completely different from one another and thus cannot be compared objectively. That being said, this comparison will continue to exist as long as both plumbers and electricians find themselves at odds with one another, which makes this meme a hilarious means of summing up their relationship with one another in just a few words. The meme consists of a simple picture which shows the shoddy work of an electrician, having just drilled a hole right through a pipe with the intention of leading wires through it. It's clearly a joke, as we assume no electrician would be stupid enough to place his own wires in the way of some running water. But either way, the meme is brought together by the caption, "Can Sparkies and plumbers ever be friends?" A true commentary on the rivalry where an electrician has shown to care more about disrupting the work of a plumber than doing good work for himself. Not like we're saying this happens in the real world, but we've had our fair share of run-ins with shoddy electrical work, so who knows, maybe those Sparkies are actually up to something. Number 2, work and a show. That isn't the only problem that plumbing professionals face on a daily basis. Probably one of the worst things about the job is having to explain everything you're doing to a needy client. And while discussing the job with a client before working on the water system is something that must be done, this doesn't mean that the client should be present for the entirety of the job. That being said, there are some needy people out there who enjoy the social element that comes with the job far too much for their own good. And when faced with a client like this, all you can really do as the plumber is finish the job to the best of your ability while they are watching you like a hawk. The feeling of uneasiness that stems from a situation like this is so perfectly summed up by the next meme on our list that we couldn't help but burst out laughing upon discovering it. The meme shows a picture of the stalking murderer Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise. For those of you who don't know, he's the guy who slowly walks after his victims while wearing an inside-out mask of Captain Kirk. Along with the likes of Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, he's probably one of the most popular figures of the horror genre, so it makes sense that someone decided to caption the meme with a simple, "When you're doing a job and the customer watches you from start to finish." Although the client is well within their right to do so, we can't help but feel similar to how the victims of the Halloween franchise must have felt while being stalked by this superhuman creep. After all, nobody likes someone looking over their shoulder while they work. Number 3, the trouble with apprentices. The plumbing sector is ever growing due to the incredible demand for plumbers across the globe. And while this is a great thing considering how many opportunities it brings with it, it also means there are more than a fair share of competitive offers out there that will look more than favorable to any apprentice you're training. And as any professional plumber will tell you, a lot of heart, soul, and dedication goes into the training of a new apprentice. In fact, bringing a new apprentice into a firm is less than about the money, and it's more about the investment of hopefully securing that apprentice as the days go on. Suffice to say, there's nothing worse than being informed by your apprentice that they've been given an offer they can't refuse. A moment that is perfectly summed up by a meme straight out of Star Wars: Revenge of the Sith. For those of you who preferred Star Trek, allow us to inform you that Obi-Wan Kenobi is well known for being the Jedi Master of young Anakin Skywalker, who later on betrays his master to become Darth Vader of the Sith Order. With a screen capture of Obi-Wan Kenobi shouting, "You are the chosen one," to Anakin serving as the visual of the meme, it's brought together with a caption of, "When you finally find a good apprentice, so you start training him up, he just quits out of nowhere." We feel you, Obi-Wan. We also thought we had chosen one until that other firm came and poached him. Number 4, just cut the water off. If there's one thing that makes a plumber roll on the floor in laughter, it's a story about a home plumbing job gone wrong. You see, there's pretty long history of plumbers being called out to fix terrible mistakes made by homeowners who thought it'd be easier to do the job themselves. But unfortunately, Unfortunately for those homeowners who haven't studied the art of plumbing, things can get out of hand very quickly. And it's always great to be called to fix a problem where the owner of the property has tried to skip the initial call, essentially making everything worse. This scenario is perfectly summed up by the next meme on our list, which takes the form of a homeowner attempting to cut a stream of water in two with a pair of scissors. The meme is then completed with the following caption: "Me, I don't know anything about plumbing though. Dad, that's fine, just cut the water first. Me." We doubt we need to explain this meme to all the budding plumbers out there, but just in case one of those inexperienced homeowners found his way to this video, cutting the water actually means shutting it off at the source, not physically cutting at this stream with a physical pair of scissors. Sounds crazy, we know, but after attending to some home fixes in the past, this meme isn't far off from what we've experienced. In other words, it's not only hilarious, but informative as well. The best of both worlds, if you will. Number 5, expectation versus reality. One of the best meme formats for the plumbing profession is the expectation versus reality meme, which often shows a picture of an expectation followed by one that describes the actual reality of the situation. It goes without saying that there are quite a few plumbing scenarios in which plumbers think they look really cool, but in actual fact look a tad mental. That leads us to our favorite version of the meme, which is captioned with the statement, "How I think I look in crawl spaces," since exploring the crawl spaces of a home or business is just part and parcel of the job. Any plumber is able to relate to the post, which shows a picture of John McClane from Die Hard franchise looking like an absolute unit while crawling through Nakatomi Plaza vents under expectation. This is then followed up by the unflattering picture of an older gentleman with a terrifying look on his face under reality. Considering how many times we've found ourselves stuck in a crawl space, we can confirm that the majority of us look like the latter rather than the former, making this meme a hilarious one to share with friends. There's another segment of memes that has come to be called Plumbers Yoga and shows a few images of plumbers stuck in uncompromising positions. By far our favorite is one showing a plumber stuck in a downward facing hole with only his belly button and legs sticking up in the air, with the caption of "downward facing sump dump," bringing it all together. We can't help but look at it and laugh. Suffice to say, we've definitely been in that position before. But if you're looking to learn how to prevent these scenarios, we have a little something for you. If you're already a plumber running your own business or just about to start and grow your own plumbing business, you must learn the 4 critical things plumbing business owners wish they'd learned before starting a plumbing business so you don't make the same mistakes. Plumber Accelerator has put together a free training video you can watch right now that'll show you exactly how to start, grow, and build your plumbing business the right way so you can consistently guarantee profitable work and free up your time, all whilst reducing stress levels and allowing you to have a sustainable and more profitable business that works for you. In this free training video, you'll also learn how to generate a steady stream of jobs on demand and with predictability month after month in your local area without relying on word-of-mouth referrals, how to stop competing on price with other plumbers and escape your competition, how to convert at least 90% of your quotes and estimates into sales, and how to command premium prices and attract high-quality customers that will be happy to pay more. Make sure to click the link in the description.